Hello and welcome to our product demo for Zakya, a simple, powerful, affordable legal matter management platform built for in-house legal teams. I'm Anne Post, I'm the CEO of North America, and I'm joined today by my colleague Nolan O'Connor, who's our Senior Vice President of Sales for North America, and he'll be taking you on the product tour in just a moment. Before we begin with that, we want to make sure everybody's on the same page with understanding what is legal matter management. And of course, that is truly a platform to centralize and track all of your tasks, documents, deadlines, costs, and resources related to all legal matters. Provide you with increased visibility, a centralized system of record, increased collaboration, the ability to manage deadlines and priorities, cost control, and of course, data-driven decision-making. So what is Zakya Legal Matter Management? We are a cloud-based software that provides in-house teams with the world's most intuitive, simple interface to help you manage and prioritize your work. When we say you can implement in minutes and not months, it is absolutely true. We will provide you instant workload visibility, help you manage your deadlines and priorities, reduce your risk immediately, and optimize your resources rapidly. And of course, with beautiful dashboards and reports that you will see momentarily, we will improve your stakeholder communication today. Beyond that core functionality, we also provide some key features that will help you maximize your strategic impact and demonstrate your legal team value, including legal intake and triage, legal spend management, legal contract management, legal automation and intelligence, and legal dashboards and reports. And with that, I'm going to hand you over to Nolan to take over to see the product, which we know you've all been waiting for. So take it away, Nolan.
Thank you, Anne, and thank you everybody else for joining us to get this brief demo of Zakya. Let me share my screen here. All right, and the first thing that I see is a view of all the matters going on within the department, right? When Anne talks about having that visibility, there's multiple ways to do that. And in this simple list view, I can go through here and say, all right, I really just need to focus on the things that are in progress with me or a specific person, date, work that I'm doing for a certain department. So I've got the filters here to manage my work. I can drag and drop these columns to get them in a order that's most relevant to me as a user, right? My system can look totally different from Anne's or anybody else in my organization. And from here, I have the ability to add tasks, notes, open this matter up. Another way to view all the work that you have out there would be the card view. It's a little bit more of an agile Kanban style. I've got mine set up in these swim lanes by due date. Now, I could change that to be a number of different things over here in terms of people, statuses. I can add filters. You can see that I've color coded mine to quickly help me recognize and identify who this work is for, what type of work it is. And obviously this is all drag and drop where I can change things. So that's just a way to quickly get a handle on what kind of work you've got out there. If there's a specific matter that you need to get started, that's usually the next question people ask me is, how do I get this in here? There's a couple different ways. We'll just quickly hit on 4 of those. One is clicking the create a new matter button up here in the top right. And I can fill out this information very quickly by loading a template just to say, hey, this is another capital request. Boom, boom, boom. It fills out everything for me. I can adjust the name. I can make any little minor adjustments here as I go throughout it, add an internal contact so that they get email notifications with updates to this, say, I need to also add Paul to this matter. He's going to be helping me out. Click save, and I'm done. Now, the next way to do it would be to, might be Outlook, right? You're getting emails, you're getting requests from your internal business clients saying, hey, I've got this new matter. You do it just the same way you saw me do it in the browser. Hit the create button. I can use a template to fill out all the information or go and manually fill that out. And then I would just click save. That matter is now in Zakya. If I get an email about an existing matter, that's no problem. I can continue to work on that matter through this Outlook add-in or Gmail, if you have Gmail. I can save this email in the documents from here. I can add tasks, add notes, change the status. All the work that I do in the browser, most of that can be done here in the add-in to where you're not having to go back and switch systems. We'll skip the Slack integration today, just for the sake of time, but it works very much in the same way. The third way, or excuse me, rather the fourth at this point, to create a matter, you'd have the ability to send your internal clients to an intake portal where they can create a matter by putting in the information that you guys need in order to fulfill their legal request. You'll get an email notification saying a new matter's been sent in. You can go to your legal request inbox to review that matter and say, okay, Mary sent in something new. Let's open this up, take a look at it, review the details, make any little adjustments. And from here, you can either save this matter into the system, or you might need to reject it. Maybe it's not a legal request. Maybe Mary didn't include all the information that she needed to. So very simple, getting a new one started. You can click create a new matter. You can use the email integrations, Slack, or that internal client portal. If there's a specific matter that you need to work on, I can just go over here and say, hey, I need to look for the Harrison Potts matter. Get my caps lock stuck on. That's going to search through matters, tasks, key dates, documents to find that search criteria. And now I'm here at the dispute with Harrison Potts. And you'll notice on the left-hand ribbon, there are a whole bunch of things that I can do here. Right now, we're on the details pane. This is the core of matter management, the who, what, when, where, why. And I'm tracking who the project is with. If it's in progress right now, that means I'm working on it. If I flip that to awaiting action, that means it's going to somebody else. And I need to document who I'm awaiting action from, the other side, some type of authorization, outside counsel, and we've got reports that will help you guys say, hey, legal's not the bottleneck on this, right? It spent 20% of its time with us, and here's where it spent the rest of its time with. We've got some items here in terms of classifying your work around the size and priority, complexity, strategy. How important is this work to the organization? And this will all kind of make sense as we get over to the dashboards. So we'll just press pause on that for right now. And over here on the left-hand side, some of the other items outside of the core matter management that we help with. Overview is exactly what you think it is. It's all these items rolled up into one nice, neat little view. We've got the resources. This is to help manage outside spend. You can set budgets for your outside counsel. They also will have a portal which they can go to where they will accept your billing guidelines, submit invoices, which would trigger a workflow for you guys to get through an approval process and get sent off to get paid. We've got the discussions tab, right? This is where you can communicate with those internal clients if they're using that portal to submit legal requests. You can share documents back and forth, information with links to those documents. Notes, this is just the story of what's been going on with this matter, right? Somebody new on the project gets in, they're going to want to go here and see where it started, where it's at, the progress changes, things of that nature. Tasks is your post-it note board, right? It's, hey, I need you to do this by this date, and I'm going to set email reminders to make sure it gets done, and I'm going to tell you exactly how important it is or isn't. Then we've got the contracting field. Naturally, we're going to capture all the key metadata fields like dates and values, clauses, parties, that kind of information. To get a full demo of the life cycle of a contract probably warrants a separate call, so we'll just put a pin in that one. Same thing with the dispute log to manage any litigation, right? Naturally, we're going to capture the financials and proceedings and insurance and claim details in there, but that's a little bit of a deeper dive. Documents, you can organize them by folders, just throw them in there. We've got version control built in here, the ability to search through the documents, share those with internal clients. And noted on here is we've got APIs and integrations built with third-party systems. If you're already using a document, contract, spend management feature, we probably integrate with those already. So what kind of questions is this platform going to be able to answer for me is where we typically want to go from here. And we've got really robust reports and dashboards, dozens of pre-built reports. These reports are going to tell you exactly what's included in this report, give you some examples, tell you who might be interested in this type of report. Then you've got your filters here in the middle to get down to the exact information that you're looking for, so that you can get that information out. It might be something like, hey, the head of compliance is looking for updates on all of his matters. When I run that report, I'll be able to say, hey, I need to get this report out to him on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, and I want it to go to him every Monday or whatever the case might be. An example of a report, zoom bar out of the way, just to give you a feel for the kind of powerful data that you can get out of this. This is a executive report for privatization. And it's saying, hey, the legal team kept pace with new demand during the period, ending with 0.9% more matters than it started the period with. So we'll pull those insights and analytics out for you guys. The other thing that we might look at here are the dashboards. So we've got dashboards to help manage timeline, how much work is coming in, my outside counsel, disputes, contracts. I've got the ability to look at who's got capacity within the team. We're going to look at that matter data and say, hey, it looks like Nolan and Margot, they're swamped. Where are some people further down the list that maybe we can take some of their workload off of them, hand off some work? We've got dashboards to review all of the matters across the organization. And these are highly configurable and interactive, right? So maybe I don't want to see the top 5, I want to see the top 10. And I could switch between matter managers, categories. It's just the ability to say, let's see what's going on with Paul. I click Paul, all of my other graphs change. So I can see what type of work he's doing, who is he doing it for. I look at that bottom left-hand graph, the Zakya quadrant. This is an incredibly popular dashboard tool. So and I look down there and I say, gosh, Paul's one of the best guys. What is he doing with all that low complexity, low strategy work? The smaller the bubble, the smaller the size of the matter. I need Paul closer to that top right. So I can dive in there and start to make sure that my resources are allocated properly. So that's just a high level overview of Zakya. Hopefully that's helpful. Would love for you guys to reach out to us, ask any questions, get something more in depth. Please check out the website. It's a wealth of information. We've got transparent pricing on there, the ability to go ahead and get a demo. Naturally, feel free to reach out to direct as well, or start a free trial. As Anne alluded to, this is an incredibly simple platform to get started. We're talking, like she said, an hour call, up and running, creating matters. Check it out for a couple of weeks. We'll help you walk through that thing and make sure it's the right platform for you before you move forward. So thanks again. Have a great one. Appreciate you joining.